only in Issarn, okay? Fantastic. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Khon Kaen and Isan, and today I'm at a place called Bueng Nong Khot, which is another fairly newish lake. The lake's been here for ages, but it's only been developed in, say, the last 10 years. And actually, the last time I came here, this road I'm going down now was almost deserted. But if you look around now, and you get a lot of students living around here, but there's a lot of nice cafes as well. There's another one, another nice looking one. Oh, pizza. I'm not going to go now because I've just eaten, but this looks quite nice actually. Actually open it one time. Chill just yet. There's another place. Bed Loft Cafe. You can actually stay there. The hotel. I must admit, since I last came here, it's changed an awful lot. It's great now. It's a really nice place. I advise anyone who comes to Khon Kaen to come to this place.มีปลาอะไรปลานิ่นใช่ไหมครับปลานิ่นครับอ๋อปลานิ่นปลาบูอ๋อปลาดูโอเคเก่งมาก That was rather cool to see. I've seen it quite a few times, but that's the first time I've ever managed to get someone on camera. They're rather quick at it. So I'm walking through mud now. Better get out of here. Oh no. Kind of stuck. I'll just walk down there a little bit. It's quite nice actually, but I don't have a very good choice of footwear on, I'm afraid. Let me get back out. But here now we've got a load more restaurants coming around here again. Again, they're all closed at the moment, but they look nice. Nice little restaurant there. You can't expect too much for a Tuesday, is it? I don't know what date it is. Tuesday afternoon? Tuesday morning, sorry. Yeah, not really surprised for a Tuesday morning. And the next restaurant we go to is it's only open one day a week. I'm not sure which. But yeah, only open one day a week. I think, is it Thursday it opens or Saturday? Can't remember. I don't know. Maybe you can help me. Ta-da! Friday! So it's actually a cafe and car cleaning place. Great concept. I've actually seen a couple of others like that, where you can sit, relax and get your car detailed or cleaned properly. That's a nice idea. Anyway, while I'm walking around on my daily walk, today's question: is Thailand still a budget-friendly destination in 2023? Well, I'm going to say no, in some ways, but not every way. If you're coming for a holiday, it's still okay, you know, but you will notice a big difference in the prices of certain things if you've been before. ปลาอะไรนะครับอันนี้ปลาอะไรอ๋อตัวใหญ่ใช่มีเยอะไหมไม่มีตัวเดียวอ๋อใช่ไหมใช่แค่ตัวเดียวมีแต่เต่าเยอะอยู่3ตัว4ตัว1เต่าโอเคมีปลาช่อนด้วยใช่ไหมครับปลาช่อนไม่มีโอ้
หรือปลาอะไรปลาเขาเรียกปลาตองหรือปลาอะไรยังไม่รู้เลย
อ๋อแต่กินอันนี้อร่อยไหม
ฮะ
อันนี้อร่อยไหม
อร่อยเหมือนกัน
ใช่ไหม
ใช่
Okay, copy it. Okay, so when I first came over 23 years ago, God, I'm showing my age now. That was back in 2000, the year 2000. The flights aside, I couldn't get over just how cheap everything was. And this is in Bangkok. You'd go out, you'd spend whatever you wanted to spend, and when you came home, you still had money left. It was like, wow. And I did that for a few years, eventually came to live here. Now, you have to be really, really, really careful with your money. And why is that? You know, well, things, not just in Bangkok, but throughout the whole of Thailand, things have gone up quite a lot. Prices, that is. Especially since COVID and everything, the prices have just gone way high, including petrol or gas, whatever you want to call it, and everything else in between has just gone up so much. But that's not the real reason for me. The biggest problem, being from England, was back in the year 2000, you would get 78 baht to the pound. One English pound, you would get 78 baht, and when you went out, you based it on just like 80 baht or something. It varied between 75 and 80, but it averaged out about 78 baht to the pound, which is pretty good. Nowadays, we are getting around, as of what is it now, August 2023, we're getting 44 baht something to the pound. I'll put the exact amount in below, but it's shockingly different. You know, so in the old days, you go out and you could even spend like 10,000, 12,000 baht on a night out in Bangkok. You wouldn't care because it wasn't actually that expensive. So I'll give you an example. I went to the shop, the corner shop, when I very first went to Khon Kaen in the year 2000, and it was just like a mom and pop shop, nothing special, and it was around, for one small can of chang, it was 14 baht. 14, not 40, 14. Now they're 39, give or take, 39.40 baht. So they've almost tripled in price. And remember, this is a local thing as well. It's brewed and distributed within Thailand. Add that to the fact that you're getting half the amount of baht for your money from the English pound. Things have gone through the roof, you know. It's just a lot more difficult nowadays. And with imported stuff, you can forget it. If you're on a strict budget, it's really tough. You know, especially knowing what prices of things used to be. Things like wine and everything have always been really expensive, and unless you absolutely must have wine, then don't bother. You're probably talking, I don't know, for a reasonable bottle of wine, you can still get one for about 350 baht, give or take. Which is okay still, but if I'm drinking, I'll just stick to beer or the occasional whiskey, whatever. Whiskey's expensive, all spirits are expensive. Beer, local beer is still reasonable, as I say, 40 baht for a small can, give or take. But if you want imported beer, if you can get it, it's actually expensive. อันนี้หอยใช่ไหมครับหอยค่ะหอยอะไรหอยเชอรี่หอยเชอรี่อ๋ออร่อยไหมอร่อยไม่เคยกินอร่อยนะคะใช่ไหมนี่เก็บวันละเก็บกิโลประมาณโอ้ยเก็บไปกินเฉยๆใช่ไหมอ๋อโอเคประมาณ 4-5 โล 4-5 โลใช่ไหมอ๋อมันทำอาหารอะไรทำยังไงต้มแล้วก็ก้อยอ๋อใช่ไหมทำก้อยทำเหมือนลาบนี่อ๋อเคยทานไหมไม่เคยถ้าได้ทานได้อร่อยเลยนี่ใช่ไหมโอเคผมจะกินนะโอเคขอบคุณมากนะครับจ้าขอบคุณค่ะบ๊ายบายSo yes, when you're talking about food, okay, now food, without going into details of the price of everything, it'd be a very, very long and very, very boring list. I would say that on average, over the last 2 years, especially since COVID, I would say the average price, the average bill that you get for getting virtually the same things is about 1/3 more expensive. Which is probably about the same in many, many countries. But going back to that, you know, getting 44 baht to the pound compared to 78. Oh, it's a massive, massive difference. And, you know, so it is a lot more expensive nowadays for drink, for food, for just the general cost of living. Petrol doubled in price, for sure. But, you know, is it all bad? It's not all doom and gloom. It's not all the end of the world. If you just cut back a little bit, eat locally produced stuff, and just have the odd thing that you really like. Like for me, I love butter and cheese, and sausages as well, but they're hard to come by. But butter and cheese, I get them when I can. And yes, they're expensive, but I just use them sparingly, and it's not too bad, to be honest. Most of the stuff I just use locally produced stuff. All the meat, all the vegetables, I get them from the market, or I get them from Big C, somewhere like that. And it's not too bad. But with beer, you know, that's the real killer. If you love a drink, you know, especially when it's so hot like this, you know, it's one of the things that a lot of people like to do of an evening. If you drink at home, it's not too bad, but if you go into bars, it can be quite expensive. Again, I'm not going to go into the prices because it varies so much wherever you go. But I'll give you an idea. When I went back to England in April, so that's April, May, June, July, August, so 5-6 months ago, I could not believe just how cheap the beer was when you bought from a supermarket. Yeah, I'm talking compared to Thailand, I was in shock. I went home and I bought like 3 or 4 cases of Guinness, because I've not had Guinness for 10 years, and it was just like, oh my god. And I was getting something like the 3/4 size cans, not the full ones. It worked out, it was like 8 cans or something for £8. Something like, it's like £1 a can, £1 a can. It was shocking, really, really shocking just how cheap everything was back there. Suffice to say, I drank far too much back there. Plus I was drinking real ale, everything very, very cheap. And if you can even find it in this country or anything like that, it's very, very expensive. So yeah, that was quite shocking going back. The price of some of the food seems a lot cheaper in England as well. So yeah, it isn't the... Thailand's not all the place it's cracked up to be anymore. It's not the cheapest place in the world. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all the worst thing in the world. The price of rent has not changed much. Electricity has gone up, but not stupidly. So, is it expensive? Is it say that again. Is it prohibitively expensive? I would say if you're going to come here and you're going to retire, and you have bought a house, or you're going to buy a house and you're going to buy your car, then it's perfectly livable. I think if you're on a little bit of a budget, you can still do it. If you're renting, I think you have to up your ante a little bit. Again, I'm not getting into budgets at the moment. I'm just telling you the reasons why. The reasons why Thailand may or may not be the place for you anymore. Because other countries, much cheaper. Cambodia, far cheaper to live, I believe. You know, and if you're thinking you're going to come to Thailand and you want to hang out with the ladies, buy beer all the time every night, just stay in Bangkok or the big tourist destinations, you're going to need a lot of money. And if you've got that, brilliant, fantastic. But a lot of people, they don't. So, you know, it's It's entirely up to you. I'm not telling anyone whether you should or shouldn't come and live here, but all I'm trying to tell you is that if you came here 20 years ago, or 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, and you're thinking you're going to come back and live for that same budget, you know, you think, okay, well, that month I was there, I spent 40,000 baht, 50,000 baht. I think if you do that again, you can probably put 20-30% on, I would say, just from 5 years ago. The price from 20 years ago, it's quadrupled, give or take. So yeah, it's a lot more expensive now. Still a great place, still fantastic things to do and see, wonderful, wonderful people. You cannot change that, and hopefully it'll never change. Okay, I'm in the shade now. It's actually hotter than the sun out there. Anyway, so just to answer, is Thailand still a very budget-friendly location or destination? The answer for me, sadly, is probably not, for most people anyway. But it's not all bad news. I think if you've got lots of money, if you've got a massive budget, Bangkok's still great. It's a great place to go. If you're on more of a budget, places like Pattaya or Hua Hin or Chiang Mai, they may be the destinations for you. But if you're very, very conscious of your budget, if you're on a bit of a limited budget, like myself, then I would suggest somewhere like Issarn is far more livable. But don't think that Issarn means rural and there's nothing to do. You couldn't be further from the truth. The cities, there are many, many cities in Issarn, and there's lots and lots to do. There's foreigners in every single place. You'll find something for you and you'll really, really enjoy it, I'm sure. Anyway, don't forget, if you like my channel, please subscribe. It makes all the difference in the world to this channel. It will keep it going, and it is of course free. Okay, so that will do for now. Thank you very, very much. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.